Oh my gosh, this is like the real life filter thingy. You know, the one that's on is it Snapchat? Yeah. You guys. So um let's just say that today's been a very crazy day. And honestly, I'm not in the mood for your games. So this is so weird. Is this where they got it from? I think so. Why am I so excited about this? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. So, like I said last week, today I was going to I was going to talk about the movie Mother. This movie. I watched this movie again yesterday. And after not having understood it for like almost 2 years, I think I finally understand it. Yeah, by the way, I've watched this movie 5 times.
Say what?
It's like my 5th time was yesterday. But the first time I watched it, I was like, the second time I watched it, I was like, the third time that I watched it, I was just like, I don't know why I even watched this movie 4 times. I think I was really trying to understand it. Yeah, but yesterday I decided that I can't let this movie defeat me. So the reason why this movie really confused me is because this is the first part of the movie.
Perfect. You didn't need to do all of this.
I wanted to. I've been working so hard.
Yeah, right.
And then this happens. And then this happens.
No, 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 no!
So yeah, all these things happen in one movie, and that's why I can't even speak. Like I'm always just like, what's going on? So yeah, I watched it again, like I said, and this time I decided to write some notes down, okay, because I had to know what the hell was going on. So this time I watched it to analyze it because I needed to find out what was going on. And maybe it will help you if you watch this video before you watch the movie. I don't know. Or you could watch it, stop the video right now, go watch the movie, then come back. Whatever you like. Alright, so like I said, I made notes as I was watching the movie. I'll go a little closer so you can see. Wow, my handwriting looks even worse in front of the camera. Alright. I'd have to mirror this for it to make sense. But yeah, it almost looks like some sort of Hebrew or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I wrote down these notes in hopes that I would be able to understand this movie a whole lot better. Yeah, it didn't help. Yeah, so I only managed to understand what was going on like last night after watching, like hours after I'd watched the movie, and I was looking at my notes like, okay, what does this mean? Yeah, let's get into the explanation. Yeah, so let me just mention first of all that this movie has like so many themes in it, I feel. But I think one important theme here is creation. Yeah. So I'm not going to explain the movie because if I try to explain the movie, you guys are going to get like really confused. plus the clips I showed you and the explanation, you just be like, especially if you haven't watched the movie, you're going to be extremely confused. So I'm going to just explain what I think this movie represents, because I feel like it might be a metaphor for something else. Like I said, there's like underlying themes in this movie. So like I said, creation. This movie, by the way, I don't think any of the main characters' names are mentioned ever. Yeah. In this movie we are introduced to two main characters. A man known as the poet, and a woman who is his wife, right? So I think that this movie sort of represents the poet as the creator or a creator of some sort, and the wife as Earth, or not humanity, Earth, right? Yes. Okay, so the reason why I say that he is a creator is because well, first of all, he's an actual, like, he's a poet, he writes, which is a form of creation. But also because he has this crystal that helps him recreate the world he's living in, or the world that he wants to live in, right? And he's got this crystal, he's got the ability to do that with the help of his wife, who is sort of like a vessel for the creation, right? So Earth being a vessel for humanity and everything that's being created, right? That's just, I might be way off with this, but anyway, let's continue. So he's a creator, and also because there's a fire at the end. There's a fire at the end, so, but he doesn't die in the fire. So somehow he's immortal, and immortality is tied to godliness, right? So I keep saying he's like, so some sort of a creator or the creator, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so long story short, the poet's wife has her space invaded, her home, which she has a connection to, because we see that in the movie when she touches the wall and she can sort of feel a heartbeat in the wall. So this home is kind of like a sanctuary in a way. Yeah, and then people come and start invading her space, her home, and see, this is why I say there's like so much going on in this movie, because at some point when they're coming in and asking her like, oh, this is your house, they're not convinced, that she's like, yeah, it's my house, I've been living here, blah blah blah. But she's sort of a recreation, because it's like, by the end of the movie we see that he keeps creating. We can only assume that he'll continue making bringing her back in a different version, right? Which, that's where everything goes crazy. I get kind of lost, but I'm sticking with my creation theory. What happens? Oh, I also didn't explain why I thought she was Earth. First of all, the name of the movie is Mother, right? And what do we refer to Mother? Mother Earth. So I think she is representing Earth, right? Anyway, like I said, people go into her house. This is a long story short, but it's just a series of crazy things, events happening. But yeah, like people go into her house and then invade her space. They're doing crazy things. And then I think at the climax of the whole thing, like her house just turns into like a war zone. There's police coming in. Where these people are coming from, I don't know, because this poet and his wife or significant other live like in the middle of nowhere somehow. I don't know why. That could be like the galaxy. Now I feel like I'm going off topic. So what happens? Yeah, so they're coming in a house and they're like ruining everything, and it's just getting really crazy. people being shot and killed, and people are like worshipping the poet like in a really crazy way. At some point they take her baby, and like once the baby's born, because the baby's born in that chaos, they take her baby and they tear it apart literally, and they eat the baby. That's how crazy this film is. Yeah, so okay, you know what, I won't go any further because there's still some things that I'm trying to understand, and I wanted to do this on my own before watching a video about the movie or a review, or watching what the director's inspiration for this movie was. But I'll probably do that after this because yeah, I'm still confused. So I didn't really solve any problem. Yeah. I also watched Black Swan, which is also directed by Darren Aronofsky, and yo, this guy is kind of messed up. You know what? You guys should watch both movies and come back to me in the comments. Or if you watched any of them, please write down a comment. Darren Aronofsky's films so far, like I think I only watched these two, but so far are very confusing and very they're very deep. Let's just say that they're very, very deep. So I also really like how Darren or Aronofsky, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Yeah, I also like how Darren Aronofsky, why do I want to say Aronofsky? I also love how Darren Aronofsky, well, so far from the movies I've watched, I've only watched those two, but I also like how he doesn't use so much music, and so we're left with like he uses a lot of like natural sound, like, you know, someone's walking, you know, and the breathing of people, and it's just so but yeah, it makes sense. Whatever effects he's trying to get comes together. Yeah. Something dark about, you know, so far both films I've watched, and I feel like for you to understand this particular movie, Mother, you might have to go a little deeper, you know, get rid of your shallowness and try and go a little deeper and look beneath the surface. Yeah. But I mean, I'd recommend you watching both movies. I think they're very interesting and very different. Yeah, and I feel like I need to watch more of his movies. Yeah. So I highly doubt that I have managed to explain this movie. I'm pretty sure some of you are just confused, especially if you haven't watched the movie. Sorry. Yeah, but maybe my theory might enlighten you a little bit, like once you watch the movie. I don't know. I hope it does. But I think I'm going to like have to watch the director's explanation or his what inspired him to do this, or what it is he was trying to invoke, you know. Yeah, maybe then I'll finally understand this movie. I really wish I could understand it myself, but then again, I might not be wrong with my theory. Before I start saying things, okay, let me just check out the videos and I'll be like, I was right or wrong. Thank you so much for finding your way onto my channel once again. I really appreciate it. All right. Also, I think this is really cool. If you have a magnifying glass, you should try it out. It's really fun. I'm so bored. Yeah. I'm going to do the outro like this because I can. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video, you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell somebody to watch the video as well. Leave a comment, all right? Tell me if you've watched Mother before. If you haven't, you can still tell me. It's fine. Also, tell me what you think about Mother. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, from me and my filter. Oh my gosh. Hashtag no filter. Literally. Because I can create my own stuff. Okay. Who needs Snapchat, right? Who needs Snapchat? That's too far. Sorry. I have to keep looking at it. Yeah, so I can't like okay. Anyway, bye. Bye.